Hare Rama Hare नाम संकीर्तन की।
प्रभु फिर आप कीर्तन कर लो। यस सॉरी प्रभु। You can play.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. थोड़ा खाली. Perfect. Namah Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Utale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Shri Shri Radha Nila Madhava ki jai.
कुछ आता नहीं ना मुझे यस नहीं नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमती भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी इति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमती राधा गोविंद दास गोस्वामी नीति नामिने नमस्ते प्रभुपादाय देवं गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी ग्राम्य जन विस्तारिणे। जय हिज डिवाइन ग्रेस श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय, हिज होलीनेस श्रीला राधा गोविंदास गोस्वामी महाराज की जय, जय हिज होलीनेस तमाल कृष्ण महाराज की जय, जय हिज होलीनेस लोकनाथ स्वामी महाराज की जय। I pay my humble obeisances to all assembled Vaishnavas. Please bless me so that I can talk some favorable words to glorify His Holiness Srila Radha Govindas Goswami Maharaj on his 75th appearance day Vyasa Puja celebration here. Here I'll speak what I heard from previous year's vast offerings by the other senior devotees from their experiences. If I make any mistakes in my offerings, I beg for forgiveness as an inexperienced child grown in a mood of ignorance. I don't have any qualification or knowledge or understanding to glorify Paramhams Mahabhagavat, His Holiness Srila Radha Govinda Goswami Maharaj. But just to purify my heart, I am taking this opportunity to glorify Mahabhagavat Param Puja Srila Radha Govinda Goswami Maharaj. So it's a quick history about Maharaj. Maharaj's appearance was Ashad Mas, Shukla Paksha, Dvitiya Tithi, which is the Jagannath Ratra Mahotsav, and that too on the Tuesday, June 28, 1949. And today is also June 28, 2024. So exactly 75 years ago. Maharaj was born in Garuda town, Kaimur district, Bihar state. Maharaj's name before initiation was Shubha Narayan, given by his parents. Srila Prabhupada used to call Guru Maharaj Shubha Narayan or Gorakhpur Wale, out of love. Maharajji was seventh child to their parent, and Maharajji had total 9 siblings. Due to Maharajji's associations and love for Bhagavatam, all siblings are engaged in devotional service from the day one. Maharaj had an intense love of Srimad Bhagavatam, so I'll just speak out few of those incidents. Guru Maharaj had an intense and deep love with Srimad Bhagavatam. One time, Srila Prabhupada was translating his books in Vrindavan in the night. Almost everyone was asleep. One of the servant woke up in the night to see if Srila Prabhupada needs any help. And he saw that one of the brahmachari's room's light was on. And he went and told Srila Prabhupada that some brahmachari forgot to turn off his light. Then Srila Prabhupada looked at it and smiled and says, this room is of Radha Govindas, and he is reading Srimad Bhagavatam. Don't disturb him. Let him read. So that's how Srila Prabhupada knew the love of Guru Maharaj at a very early stage. In his early years, Maharaj used to stay in a Krishna Barlam temple in Brahmachari Ashram, where Maharajji, after Mangala Arati, he will go to top floor and sit in some corner, a very further corner, where nobody can disturb him, and he will start reading Bhagavatam in the morning. And then he will keep reading, and he will get so immersed that he will forget to even come down for prasadam or any other thing. And it will be the only sunset where he will realize that it is now little bit late for the day. So once he comes down, then if there is a prasadam plate left for him, then he will have it or drink water and keep reading Bhagavatam. So Maharaj's love and taste for Bhagavatam was there since beginning. Then Maharaj, another incident is that Maharaj studied the commentaries of the prominent acharyas and Vaishnavas, including the Sridhar Goswami, all other our acharyas, and including the Srila Prabhupada. And then Guru Maharaj used to travel with the Srimad Bhagavatam set and one small bag, and that small bag will contain 2 pairs of his clothes. And then one time, Guru Maharaj was traveling to South Africa, and one disciple went and wanted to receive Guru Maharaj. So he thought that Guru Maharaj will have bags, so he got a big car. And he's seeing that it has one small bag and one jhola. And then he's saying, where are other bags? Guru Maharaj said, this is it. I don't carry anything else. So then Guru Maharaj can talk about the Srimad Bhagavatam. Any verse, he can't even talk for weeks, just to go very detailed based on the different acharyas' commentaries and his own realizations. So one day he was doing a katha in Puri. And this is a 7 days katha. Guru Maharaj takes one topic and goes in each of the every verse and describes very detailed. So one of the devotees, one of the attendees of the Bhagavad Katha came to Guru Maharaj, and Guru Maharaj asked him, how do you like the katha? He said, I came here to hear the Srimad Bhagavatam, and you are just only explaining the one part of it. Where is the other rest of the Bhagavatam? Then Guru Maharaj realized that there might be some devotees who wants to hear the entire Bhagavatam. So Guru Maharaj goes and explains entire 335 chapters of Bhagavatam in 60 to 90 minutes without looking at books. So every time Guru Maharaj goes and reads or gives a Bhagavatam class, he never reads books. He never reads any purport or any verses. Everything is memorized in his head. So this is how his intense love for the Bhagavatam. Then last year, one of the devotee mentioned in his offering, Guru Maharaj is like a Bhagavad Brahmar, where Guru Maharaj reads so many Acharya's commentaries on Srimad Bhagavatam, takes the nectar of rasa of Krishna Leela pastimes, distribute this nectar to the entire world through his sweet, simple Srimad Bhagavat Katha. From villages to towns to cities to the Western world, around the world. Another personal experience of that devotee was that once he entered the Guru Maharaj's room, Maharaj, Sevak and Guru Maharaj was playing a quiz game. The Sevak used to take a Sanskrit verse of Srimad Bhagavatam in random order, and Guru Maharaj will first tell the canto, chapter, verse number, and will recite the Sanskrit verse translation and provide the context of what Srila Prabhupada mentioned in that purport. From now, when everyone, even now, when everyone goes to bed, Guru Maharaj is still reading the Bhagavatam. Many times, like I heard from Arjun Saka Prabhu, that many times Maharaj wakes up his servants and says, can you please open the 9th canto, 5th chapter and start reading. So Guru Maharaj has so much intense love that out of nowhere, he will either wake up or he will be awake and he will be keep thinking about Krishna pastime, Srimad Bhagavatam pastime, and he will ask his servants to keep reading. There were incidents that servants started reading Bhagavatam at say 10 o'clock in the night, and they start reading till 6 o'clock in the morning. Maharaj says, keep reading, keep going, keep going. So he does not get tired. And then once he said that for Srimad Bhagavatam is like when a living entity needs air or oxygen to keep alive. For me, I need a Srimad Bhagavatam to keep myself alive. So another thing is, like Sevak says, Maharaj, you need some rest, that you need to go to sleep. And Maharaj says, reading Srimad Bhagavatam is a rest for me. If I don't read Srimad Bhagavatam, I get anxious. I will not be able to even rest. One of the verses in the Srimad Bhagavatam, 11 canto, 14 chapter, 24th verse, it says, Vag gada dravate yassa chittam, rudrasya bhikshanam hasati kvachiccha, vilajja udayati nutyaccha, madabhakta yukto bhuvanam punati. So translation, it says that devotee whose speech is sometimes choked up, whose heart melts, who cries continuously and sometimes laughs, who feels ashamed and cries out loudly and then dances, a devotee thus fixed in the loving service to me purifies the entire universe. That's how I see Maharaj from this verse. Maharaj had a deep attachment for Vrindavan Dham. So Vrindavan Dham is where Maharaj has developed a deep love since the beginning, and he decided to keep his primary residence in Vrindavan Dham while executing the orders of Srila Prabhupada to preach all over the world. Guru Maharaj, in the recent days when he's not feeling well, he still visits the pastimes of Vrindavan and all the Radha Kund, Govardhan, and many pastimes when he starts meditating Krishna, Radha and Krishna's pastime, and he starts crying. Once Maharaj was giving class on Brahmar Git, and he said, if I develop a Krishna Bhakti, end of my life, I want to keep crying for Krishna. So nowadays, Krishna Maharaj has developed that bhav state where, out of affection for Krishna, whenever he keeps hearing Krishna's pastimes, when he visits Leela Sthali, when he even speaks pastimes, he gets emotions, and out of emotions he starts crying for Krishna's love. So due to the constraints of time, I'll conclude my offerings for Srila Guru Maharaj. Just one last thing I want to tell, that after hearing Guru Maharaj class continuously for 3 to 4 years, I just feel I can keep hearing Guru Maharaj all along, days and night. And wherever I heard about Guru Maharaj's classes on Srimad Bhagavatam, every class I felt Guru Maharaj has put me in the Leela Sthali to observe the whole pastimes. So that's the intensity, that's the simplicity, and that is how the loving revelations Guru Maharaj explained in his Katha. So I just pray that may I, if for the whole lifetime, I keep hearing you, Guru Maharaj, and that is only desire I have. Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpatarubhasya kripa sindhu cha patitanam pavnebhyo vaishnava.
ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमः ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते लोकनाथस्वामिनिति नामने श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपादान्तिकं। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धुः दीनबन्धुः जगत्पते गोपेषु गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्ते। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यश्च एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। Dandavat pranam to all Vaishnavas. All glories to Sri Prabhupada. Please accept my humble obeisances. I am feeling very blessed to make an offering on the occasion of the 75th. I am feeling very blessed to make offering on the occasion of the 75th Vyasa Puja of His Holiness Lokanath Swami Maharaj. Param Puja Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Param Puja Radha Govinda Das Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Param Puja Lokanath Swami Maharaj ki jai. Dear Guru Maharaj, I am not even qualified to write about your glorifications. Please accept this humble offering. Across ISKCON worldwide, across ISKCON worldwide, you are well known as a kirtan samrat for your wonderful kirtans. Srila Prabhupada says he is our Tukaram. Guru Maharaj leading the ISKCON Kirtan ministry vision to fan the flame of enthusiasm for the Harinam Sankirtana. Guru Maharaj was born in 1949 in the village of Arwade, Maharashtra, India. Always had ambition to dedicate his life to serving people, his country and humanity. It was a Vrindavan on Gopastami, 1972, that he became an initiated disciple of Srila Prabhupada. He received the sannyas order from His Divine Grace in December 1975. At the age of 26 years, Lokanath Das officially became a Lokanath Swami. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur instructs us in his famous prayers for the spiritual master as follows. Yashya prasada bhagavat prasado yashya prasadan na gati kutopi. By satisfaction of the spiritual master, the supreme personality of a Godhead becomes satisfied. And by not satisfying the spiritual master, there is no chance of being promoted to the plane of Krishna consciousness. I should therefore meditate and pray for his mercy 3 times a day and offer my respectable obeisances unto him, my spiritual master. The whole process, however, depends upon perfect knowledge of the soul beyond the conception of the body, not theoretically but practically. When there is no longer chance of a sense gratification manifested in fruitive activities, one who is not firmly fixed in mind of diverted by the various types of fruitive activities. One of the most important instructions you had received from the Srila Prabhupada was to preach Lord Chaitanya's message by organizing the Padayatra, a walking festival worldwide in order to realize Chaitanya Mahaprabhu declaration, the holy name of the Krishna will be preached in every town and village on this earth. The first leg of the journey was from Vrindavan to Mayapur. Even at this age of 75, you are still continuing the Padayatras. In 1976, you are inaugurated the Padayatra walking pilgrimage tour of India, where you had traveled on foot to of the major tirthas and sacred sites of India. You had treated your way on foot across the India, preaching the knowledge of the Sanatana Dharma. Dear Guru Maharaj, you are overseeing the ISKCON activities and preaching in Maharashtra and Noida and serve on the governing body commissions of ISKCON as a ministry of Padayatras. You are also involved in various worldwide ISKCON preaching activities. Dear Guru Maharaj, you have worked on establishing many temples in India and around the world. ISKCON Aravade, ISKCON Nagpur, ISKCON Amaravati, ISKCON Noida, ISKCON Pandharpur, ISKCON Solapur, to name a few. Dear Guru Maharaj, you have worked very closely with His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, several projects just like 2 brothers. You are overseeing the prestigious project of ISKCON Pandharpur, which is known as Bhu Vaikunt, a home of Srila Radha Pandharinath. Srila Prabhupada specifically ordered you to spread the glory of the holy name throughout Maharashtra and Pandharpur, which is the spiritual capital of Maharashtra. You have written many books ranging from the lessons learned from your personal conversations with your spiritual master, my Prabhupada, in conversations with Srila Prabhupada, to taking your readers on a visual and spiritual pilgrimage through Vrindavan, Vrajamandal Darshan, Kumbh, the festival of immortality, back to Godhead, articles, etc. Guru Maharaj, you are the most compassionate, merciful, kind-hearted, determined, disciplined, dedicated, hard-working personality I have ever seen. Words cannot describe how much I am indebted to you. His Holiness Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj was devoted disciple of the Srila Prabhupada, serving as his secretary and traveling companion. He played the critical role managing the Prabhupada final rites and was the instrumental in establishing Krishna consciousness in challenging regions like communist China. His efforts significantly contributed to the growth of the devotee communities worldwide, including the United States, China, and other countries. His Holiness Radha Govinda Das Goswami Maharaj was not feeling well some time back. Guru Maharaj met him in Vrindavan, telling him, I personally listening your lectures on Srimad Bhagavatam, and whole world also listening your lectures. Nowadays, we are missing your Krishna Kada. Guru Maharaj spent some time and pray to the Narsimha Bhagavan, Radha Krishna, for his protection and recovery. Dear Guru Maharaj, you are always says, if you lose money, there is no loss. If you lose health, is something loss. If you lose character, you lose everything. ISKCON will help you to develop a character. You are a true spiritual leader, and your actions are truly exemplary for us. You have such a big goal, want more and more temples, festivals, padayatras. While achieving your goals is hard and brings a lot of challenges. You are the person who have overcome all these obstacles, brought immense success to the ISKCON. You have all given directions to the next generation on how understand the Bhakti Yoga. Throughout your life, you have connected everything with Krishna, Srila Prabhupada, and Shastra, and helped many people progress in their spiritual journey. I pray to Lord Radha Neelamadhava, Lord Jagannath Baladeva Subhadra, Lord Narsimhadev, and Sita Ram Lakshmana Hanuman to bestow with long life to His Holiness Lokanath Swami Maharaj, His Holiness Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, His Radha Govinda Das Goswami Maharaj, so that we can cherish more of your association in Vani and Vapu and witness many more your amazing wonders. Please forgive me if unknowingly committed any offenses. My deepest gratitude to the Diksha Gurus and the Shiksha Gurus. Whatever they do, if I do 0.01%, it's success in my life. Please protect me and my family. Give me more and more mercy. Param Pujya Lokanath Swami Maharaj ki jai. Param Pujya Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Param Pujya Radha Govinda Das Goswami Maharaj ki jai.
नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्री श्रीमद् श्रील राधा गोविंद दास गोस्वामी ते नामिने नमस्ते गुरुदेवाय गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी ग्राम्य जननी स्थारिणे श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। श्री श्रीमद् श्रील राधा गोविंद दास गोस्वामी महाराज की, श्री श्रीमद् श्रील तमाल कृष्ण गोस्वामी महाराज की, श्री श्रीमद् श्रील लोकनाथ स्वामी महाराज की, हिज होलिनेस हरिविलास महाराज की, हिज होलिनेस जनार्दन महाराज की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की। Hare Krishna. As Nitin Prabhu earlier mentioned, it's a very auspicious day for the fact that we are celebrating the appearance of three very prominent and very powerful disciples of Srila Prabhupada who have been instrumental in spreading Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission. Even from a Western calendar standpoint, today is the day that Srila Guru Maharaj appeared in this world, 28th of June. So somehow when the whole plan was made, Rasavati Mataji and I, when we were planning it out, both of us didn't realize that it is actually the Western calendar day, and somehow it just worked out. Srila Guru Maharaj, one time when he was walking in the land of Sri Vrindavan Dham, as he was walking in the land of Vrindavan Dham, he had a jhola bag that he would always carry. He had a jhola bag that he would always carry. And another brahmachari devotee was going in an auto. And as he was going in the auto, he saw Srila Guru Maharaj. So he got down from the auto and offered obeisances. And he asked Srila Guru Maharaj, said, "Where are you going?" Srila Guru Maharaj said, "I am walking my way to Seva Kunj." So then that devotee said, that brahmachari servant, he said, "Why don't you come in the auto? We can go in the auto." And Srila Guru Maharaj said, No, I'm okay, I'll walk my way. And then Srila Guru Maharaj said that actually in the land of Vrindavan, as much as possible we should walk, because Krishna always walked his way in the land of Vrindavan. And then Srila Guru Maharaj, when this servant saw, he didn't have any slippers. So when Srila Guru Maharaj was asked, he said, Krishna also didn't wear slippers. So as servants, when the master is not wearing slippers, how can the servant wear slippers? And in Krishna's pastimes also we find that when Mother Yashoda asked Krishna to wear slippers, Krishna said, "I will wear slippers when all my cows wear slippers." And Nanda Maharaj had 9,99,999 cows. And all of them had 4 legs. So Mother Yashoda said, it's not practically possible, it's not feasible. Krishna said, well, if you cannot put shoes for them, I will also not wear shoes. And Krishna would walk bare feet in the land of Vrindavan. So Srila Guru Maharaj was making this point that in the land of Vrindavan, as much as possible, one should try to walk bare feet so that the holy dust of Vrindavan can touch our body and the individual self can be purified. I remember many, many years back when we met His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj at the Govardhan Eco Village. So we were there as a family. My brother was there, we were there, my parents were also there. And we introduced ourselves. We said that we are the disciples of His Holiness Srila Radha Govinda Maharaj. And my parents, of course, are the disciples of His Holiness Bhakti Swarup Damodar Swami Maharaj. We introduced ourselves this way. And Srila Radhanath Swami Maharaj's immediate response was, he said, I am eternally the servants of the disciples of Srila Radha Govinda Maharaj and Srila Bhakti Swarup Damodar Maharaj. So the way it was framed by His Holiness Radhanath Maharaj, it made it so clear the amount of love and respect that Srila Guru Maharaj has in his God brothers, for the love and attachment that he has for Srimad Bhagavatam throughout his life. Even now we see so many times in our disciples group we find night 1 o'clock, night 1:45, Srila Guru Maharaj is studying the commentary of Sridhar Swami. The time when most people would probably be sleeping, Srila Guru Maharaj is studying and relishing Shastra. One devotee was telling me, one time one devotee got initiated by Srila Guru Maharaj. He became the disciple. And Srila Guru Maharaj gave him the name Shur Sundar Das. Shur means someone who is courageous. And Sundar means beautiful. That is Krishna. He who is Shur and he who is Sundar. Shur Sundar Das. And 1 week later, this devotee was from Bihar. So 1 week later, he came back to Srila Guru Maharaj and said, Maharaj, please change my name. Maharaj ji, naam badal dijiye. So Guru Maharaj said, why? He said, Maharaj, you gave the name Shur Sundar, but when I went to the village in Bihar, everyone is calling me Chachundar, Chachundar. So Maharaj ji, kripya karke naam badal dijiye. Of course, Maharaj smiled, but he didn't change the name. We very beautifully find the same parallels. Shripad Mukundatta Prabhu, who is the head pujari of Krishna Balaram Mandir Vrindavan Dham, his daughter was aspiring from Srila Guru Maharaj and she got initiated. And Srila Guru Maharaj gave a very unique name. Srila Guru Maharaj gave her the name Chandravali Devidasi. Not something that we often find. And this name was given Chandravali Devidasi. And after about a week or so, Shripad Mukundatta Prabhu, he went to Srila Guru Maharaj and said, please change the name. So Srila Guru Maharaj said, why? Shripad Mukundatta Prabhu said, last 35 years I have been serving Radha Shyamasundar. Last 35 years I have this desire of eternally serving Radharani. But as I'm serving Radharani, in my house I'm calling out Chandravali, Chandravali. So how will Radharani accept me? So Srila Guru Maharaj smiled and Srila Guru Maharaj changed the name to Champakalata Devidasi. And of course, because it came from Shripad Mukundatta Prabhu, who is also an authority in our movement, Srila Guru Maharaj was kind enough to change the name. I'll just say one more thing because there are many senior devotees in the assembly. Srila Guru Maharaj, as he was very attached to Srimad Bhagavatam, even from a very small age, when Srila Guru Maharaj met Srila Prabhupada and was convinced of this philosophy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he decided that he will join the ISKCON movement. And as he decided that he will join the ISKCON movement and he will not get married, become brahmachari and become sannyas, he told his brother, he has a younger brother, he told his brother, I will not get married, I will not allow you also to get married. I will remain brahmachari, you should also remain brahmachari. And somehow interestingly, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy, both brothers are not just brahmacharis, both are sannyasis in our movement. His Holiness Radha Govinda Maharaj and His Holiness Radha Raman Maharaj, his younger brother. There is so much that we can share about Srila Guru Maharaj and so much we can share about other prominent disciples of Prabhupada. Srila Tamal Krishna Maharaj in one Prabhupada memory was saying, I was always traveling with Prabhupada and I didn't have any time to pick up Shastra. Being with Prabhupada was so tough. It was such a tough responsibility that I didn't have time to pick up Shastra. But Srila Tamal Krishna Maharaj said, just by being around Prabhupada, all the import of the Shastra practically came in my heart. He who was a talking Shrimad Bhagavatam, just by serving him, the purport of the book Bhagavat came in my life. And Srimad Tamal Krishna Maharaj was emphasizing the importance of serving superiors, and as to how by serving superiors, the import of the Shastra can be revealed in the heart. In this way, dear devotees, it's a very glorious occasion, not just because we're celebrating the appearance, but we're also surrounded by very senior devotees who have blessed our ISKCON movement by their preaching. Srila Radha Govinda Das Goswami Maharaj ki, Srila Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj ki, Srila Lokanath Maharaj ki, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki, Hare Krishna.
Amagyana timirandasya gana shalakaya chakshurunmilitam yena tasmai Shri Gurave namaha vanchakalpatarubhyasya kripasindubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Everyone please repeat. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Very fortunate this evening to be part of this auspicious occasion. All of us are definitely getting benefited, being purified, our Krishna consciousness increasing leap and bounds in such a way that worship of the Lord is great, but worship of the devotees of the Lord are greater. Yeah. So Lord Krishna says, he who says he's my devotee, he's not my devotee. But he who says he's a devotee of my devotee is my devotee. We cannot go back to Godhead without the service rendering towards the devotees of the Supreme Lord. But specifically, Srila Prabhupada made many pure devotees, not just one pure devotee. He says in one of his books that if I can make one pure devotee, then I will consider my mission to be a success. We have many, many moons in our movement. As Prabhupada says, you can have many, many stars up in the sky and the horizon, but all you need is one moon. But we don't have just one moon. We have many, many moons. So service to the spiritual master is the means by which we can approach the Supreme Lord. It says that if we chant early in the morning the Guru Vastakam, and it says 3 times a day, but especially during the Brahma Muhurta hour, Mangal Artik time, one will go back home, back to Godhead at the end of his life. So how many of us are doing that? We should have Mangal Artik at home as well, not just the temple. Of course, your Mangal Artik is at different timings, depending on when you wake up And hopefully you don't get up at 6 o'clock. You should get up earlier because we still have to chant our rounds before going to work. Yeah? So, these great personalities who are still with us, now we are already glorifying them, still, while they're still around, and much more. But especially His Holiness Tamal Krishna Goswami. I was there in Mayapur when he left his body. He is like the right-hand man of Srila Prabhupada in those days. Whenever there is troubles, he will call Tamal. And actually, I thought I will be initiated by His Holiness because he was the GBC in the Philippines, even though I joined in Toronto. But nevertheless, I met my Guru Maharaj in Toronto. And because Guru is one, we've heard that before, isn't it? What is the meaning by Guru is one? Because ultimately our main authority is Lord Krishna. All the different spiritual masters that we have right now and will be having in the future will be all based from the teachings that we've heard from the Bhagavad Gita and the predecessor acharyas. We're very fortunate because in Vrindavan we also always having the darshan of His Holiness Radha Govinda Goswami. He was there when our Guru Maharaj passed away, and when he arrived from Delhi, our Guru Maharaj's body was brought from Delhi to Vrindavan. So many devotees were there, and in spite of his health, he was present. He was there. He took sannyas. He received the sannyas ashram from our Guru Maharaj. I saw the picture today, very old, like black and white photo. Because sannyas has to be received from a god brother or from the spiritual master. And His Holiness Lokanath Swami is always there. He was there actually in the last rites of our Guru Maharaj. Thousands of devotees were there. He's almost like smashed because there's so many pushing. I remember at least there's about 15,000 devotees at that time in Vrindavan. So we're very fortunate today, somehow, this occasion, this is the first time I've ever witnessed a Vyasa Puja celebration. 3 Vaishnavas all at the same time. I was wondering why, but I think this is very good. That means we have 3 times the mercy today from the different Vaishnavas. And I'm sure Srila Prabhupada is very proud of them. It's like a teacher very proud of his student if the student excels in his subjects. So many of the future gurus will be there to happen, to give diksha. But in ISKCON, we also try to emphasize Shiksha Guru. Shiksha Guru, actually our line of disciplic succession is more of Shiksha. That means we get instructions from different personalities who are very advanced in Krishna consciousness. But being a Shiksha Guru is not a simple thing. We may not have that physical presence, association with our spiritual master, but we've heard many times that Vani is more important than Vapu. So today we pray that somehow we'll be able to fulfill those different instructions from different Vaishnavas, exalted personalities, spiritual masters in our movement, in order for us to get the blessings of the Supreme Lord and make further advancement in our Krishna consciousness every moment. This is very important. And we've heard many times of the utmost instruction coming from the spiritual master or Srila Prabhupada is the chanting of the holy name of the Lord. To chant without any offenses, and also to read Srila Prabhupada's books every day. And from what we've read, ultimately the application is the most important. We can be a Bhakti Sastri, Bhakti Vaibhav, or Bhakti Vedanta, or Bhakti Sarvabhauma, but if we don't apply what we've read in practical way, like serving the Lord at the temple, our spiritual master mentions that those initiated devotees, at least, they should come to the temple and serve once a week, at least once a week. Don't just remain like bachas. We all have to grow up. We all have to be mature in our bhakti. I would like to thank Srila Harivilas Prabhu for engaging all of you in this way here in Seattle area. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
ओम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वतीदेवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे Hare Krishna. So, I am very honored and privileged to be here in the assembly of so many wonderful Vaishnavas, headed by His Grace Harivilas Maharaj, His Holiness Janardhan Maharaj, and so many wonderful Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis here. I offer my obeisances to you. Vancha kalpatru. I offer my obeisances to all the three wonderful spiritual masters, wonderful disciples of His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. Unfortunately, I did not have any personal association with His Holiness Tamal Krishna Maharaj. I was very young when he departed from this world. But whatever I have heard of him, they have been very inspiring as a wonderful example of someone who is an unparalleled servant of Sri Guru. How much love, how much dedication, how much surrender he had at the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada. It's certainly very inspiring. His Holiness Lokanath Maharaj, this year, I believe, 75th Vyasa Puja celebrations. And generally we see the disciple in the Gurukul system sits in the presence of the spiritual master and chants. But His Holiness Lokanath Maharaj is so inspiring. He comes on the Zoom and chants with his disciples. So it's very inspiring. 2,000 devotees join the japa call every morning, and Maharaj chants with them. I bow down to his lotus feet for so many wonderful Brajmandal parikramas that he has personally, under his leadership, taken so many thousands of devotees by foot to the 12 forests of Vrindavan. So many inspiring padayatras, books have been distributed, holy name has been chanted in so many countless villages. So I offer my obeisances of gratitude at his lotus feet. And at the lotus feet of my beloved Guru Maharaj, actually Hari Bhakti Vilas describes that one should keep the name of one's Guru hidden and not in public glorify. But Shastra also says on the day of his appearance and disappearance, Gurum Prakashaye Dhiman, one should loudly express one's gratitude and broadcast the glories, to express verbally the heartfelt gratitude and appreciation of what we have received from the lotus heart of Sri Guru. So regarding my Guru Maharaj, Srila Radha Govinda Maharaj, as His Holiness Janardhan Maharaj said, even I was fortunate enough to see the picture today of the sannyas ceremony from His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj. I personally was there once in the room when one devotee came to my Guru Maharaj and said, I want to take Diksha from you. And my Guru Maharaj said, I am unqualified. So the disciple said, if not you, whom should we go to? And my Guru Maharaj said, you should go to Gopal Krishna Maharaj. You should take Diksha from him. So thank you for that memory. I got reminded of that pastime. Of all the qualities of my Guru Maharaj, what personally I feel very touched about is his unflinching faith in Srila Prabhupada and his study of Srimad Bhagavatam. In his childhood, my Guru Maharaj would have a daily duty. So auspicious. Yeah, thank you. Go Mata ki. Yeah. Thank you. Yes, yes. Thank you. My Guru Maharaj in his childhood, in a small village in Bihar, he would disappear from home in the morning, and for 5-6 hours he was not to be seen. And this was a daily affair. He would leave at around 4 or 5 in the morning and come back at around 11 or noon. So my Guru Maharaj's mother was so concerned. She would ask him, where are you going every day for 6 hours? And my Guru Maharaj would say, no, I am just going across the river on top of a tree. I'm just sitting there by myself. And then later it was found, because my Guru Maharaj's father was so strict, he wouldn't let my Guru Maharaj study Bhagavatam at home. My Guru Maharaj would take Srimad Bhagavatam and sit on top of a tree trunk so that his father can't find him, crossing the river, and study Srimad Bhagavatam for 6 hours every morning. So now the question is, why would he study Srimad Bhagavatam for 6 hours? His Holiness Vrindavan Chandra Maharaj was explaining, my Guru Maharaj's daily quota or study pattern was he would read not one verse, not one chapter, but one canto of Srimad Bhagavatam every day. That was his daily study routine, studying one canto every day. And I was stunned when I heard that. And His Holiness Vrindavan Chandra Maharaj said, that's not all. It was one canto reading and memorizing one chapter every single day. And that was his vrat. Unless and until I finish reading one canto and I memorize all the verses of one chapter, I won't return home to have my breakfast. And he did that. And His Holiness Radharaman Maharaj was once telling me, I have personally seen my older brother recite 90 chapters of the 10th canto of memory. And he said sometimes when he used to get little funny, he would recite the verses in the backward order. He would pick a chapter and recite from the last verse to the first of memory. His Holiness Gaur Krishna Maharaj was once mentioning, we went for a preaching program in Punjab or Haryana, one of those places, and we forgot to take the Bhagavatam. And my Guru Maharaj said, so we forgot the Bhagavatam? No problem. What canto and what chapter are we discussing? And he went off memory, speaking on 25 verses at great length with no book, no notebook, no notes, nothing. And even after all this, when I asked my Guru Maharaj, what instruction would you give me? He very humbly told me, who am I to instruct after all? He said, Srila Prabhupada's instructions are meant for all of us. And my Guru Maharaj repeated, 16 rounds, 4 regulative principles, and serve the Vaishnavas. After all of this, I want to say one more thing and then I will stop for today. In Vrindavan, my Guru Maharaj once, this was last Kartik, he called me to his room for seva. And when I went for service, my Guru Maharaj said, I want you to read Srimad Bhagavatam aloud for me. So I was reading. And it was verse and translation and purport, verse, translation, purport. I was reading. I was in Hindi. I was a little nervous to read in Hindi. I read faster in English than Hindi. But I used to still practice a day before, thinking that this is the chapter he would tell me to read. And when I would go there, he would change the chapter number. And I was caught unaware. And I would struggle my way and read for 4 or 5 hours. And my Guru Maharaj would be on the bed resting, eyes open and listening. And whenever the topic would get even more, of course, everything is so wonderful, but when the topic would get even more wonderful, as he's resting with his hand, his arm behind his head, he would be resting on the bed and he would suddenly look and keep nodding. And I would sometimes think, maybe should I continue or should I pause? And he would say, keep going. And 4 hours, 4.5 hours. And at one point I saw his eyes were completely shut for more than 10 minutes. So I thought, okay, so now he's taking rest. So maybe I should offer obeisances, stop reading and move out of the room. And I evidently remember, we finished reading chapter 13, 10th canto, 12th chapter, 13th chapter, and we came to 14th chapter. And I read the title, and I was reading the chapter summary, and I felt, now I should pause. Then I felt maybe one more verse, because Brahma is starting his prayer, so maybe one more verse. I read the translation of the verse. I didn't read the verse, I read the translation, and I paused. Then I said, maybe I should read the verse too. So I started, Naumidyate bravapushe tadidam baraya. And I paused. And I looked at my Guru Maharaj. There was no response. Then I said, Gunjavatam saparipiccha lasanmukhaya. And I paused. And I said, maybe I should leave now. And my Guru Maharaj opened his eyes and he said, Vanyasraje kavalavetra visharna venu lakshmashriye mridupade pashupangajaya. And I was convinced that I was wrong. He was not asleep. He was hearing so attentively. And what is about to come is even more shocking. He opened his eyes, he called for the servant, and he said, please bring in money. So the servant said, Guru Maharaj, how much? And Guru Maharaj said, 500 rupees. So the servant didn't know why. So he got 500 rupees and he gave it in the hands of my Guru Maharaj. My Guru Maharaj held and he circled it around me as if to remove any bad omen or evil eye, like how the mother does to the child. He did this 3 times and he offered it on the Srimad Bhagavatam as dakshina to me. So the servant said, Guru Maharaj, what are you doing? And my Guru Maharaj said in Hindi, Pandit ji tab se hamare liye padh rahe hain, hamara kartavya hai ki unko dakshina de. Which translates in English, my Guru Maharaj said, this Pandit ji has been reading for such a long time for my benefit. It's my duty to reciprocate with some dakshina. And I was thinking, I am the disciple, I can't accept this. But at the same time, I can't refuse this because this is coming from the lotus hands of my Guru Maharaj. So I kept it aside and I continued to read. And I read another 15 minutes and my Guru Maharaj looked at the servant, called him and said, bring more money. Then the servant said, how much? Guru Maharaj said, 150 rupees. And the servant got another 150 rupees. And Guru Maharaj circled it around 3 times again. And he said, now we will stop. Thank you for your reading. I I accepted those 650 rupees. I have kept them very safely in a Ziploc. That is the best money I have ever made in my life. Gaur Premanande. Anyone else would like to share?
Thank you. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Guruvani Prajarine Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Paskatya Desatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktivindam Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Srimad Bhagavatam Grantharaj Ki Jai. Hare Krishna Maha Mantra Ki Jai. In the Bhagavad Gita it says, Manushyanam sahasresu kaschit jatati siddhaya jatatan api siddhanam kaschit mam vetitattvataha. Out of many thousands of men, one may endeavor for perfection. And of those who have achieved perfection, hardly one knows me in truth. And in the purport, Prabhupada says, there are various grades of men, and out of many thousands, one may be sufficiently interested in transcendental realization to try to know what is the self, what is the body, and what is the absolute truth. Generally, mankind is simply engaged in the animal propensities, namely eating, sleeping, defending, and mating, and hardly anyone is interested in transcendental knowledge. The first 6 chapters of the Gita are meant for those who are interested in transcendental knowledge, in understanding the self, the super self, and the process of realization by jnana yoga, dhyana yoga, and discrimination of the self from matter. However, Krishna can be known only by persons who are in Krishna consciousness. Other transcendentalists may achieve impersonal Brahman realization, for this is easier than understanding Krishna. Krishna is the Supreme Person, but at the same time, he is beyond the knowledge of Brahman and Paramatma. The yogis and jnanis are confused in their attempts to understand Krishna. Although the greatest of the impersonalists, Sripad Sankaracharya, has admitted in his Gita commentary that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, his followers do not accept Krishna as such. For it is very difficult to know Krishna even though one has transcendental realization of the impersonal Brahman. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the cause of all causes, the primeval Lord Govinda, Ishvara Parama Krishna, Satchitananda Vigraha, Anadi Radha Govinda, Sarva Karana Karanam. It is difficult for the non-devotees to know him, although non-devotees declare that the path of bhakti or devotional service is very easy. They cannot practice it. If the path of bhakti is so easy, as the non-devotees class of men proclaim, then why do they take up the difficult path? Actually, the path of bhakti is not easy. The so-called path of bhakti practiced by unauthorized persons without knowledge of bhakti may be easy, but when it is practiced factually, according to the rules and regulations, the speculative scholars and philosophers fall away from the path. Srila Rupa Goswami writes in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Shruti Smriti Purana di Pancharatra Vidim Vina Aitkantaki Harer Bhaktir Utpataya Vakalpate. Devotional service of the Lord that ignores the authorized Vedic literatures like the Upanishads, Puranas, and Narada Pancharatra is simply an unnecessary disturbance in society. It is not possible for the Brahman realized impersonalist or the Paramatma realized yogi to understand Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, as the son of Mother Yasoda or the charioteer of Arjuna. Even the great demigods are sometimes confused about Krishna. Muyanti yatsurayaha, mam taveda nakashana. No one knows me as I am, the Lord says, and if one does know him, then sa mahatma sudurlabha, such a great soul is very rare. Therefore, unless one practices devotional service to the Lord, one cannot know Krishna as he is, tattvata, even though one is a great scholar or philosopher. Only the pure devotees can know something of the inconceivable transcendental qualities in Krishna, in the cause of all causes, in his omnipotence and opulence, and in his wealth, fame, strength, beauty, knowledge, and renunciation, because Krishna is benevolently inclined to his devotees. He is the last word in Brahman realization, and the devotees alone can realize him as he is. Therefore, it is said, Atak Shri Krishna Namadi na bhavet graham indriyai. Sevan mutke hi jivado swayam eva spuratyada. No one can understand Krishna as he is by the blunt material senses, but he reveals himself to the devotees, being pleased with them for their transcendental loving service unto him. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 1.2.234. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. It's very important that we hear Bhagavad Gita as it is, Yatarup, because we will not be misled. There are so many people that speak on the Bhagavad Gita. I'm not talking about ISKCON devotees, I'm talking about so many other people that speak about Bhagavad Gita, and all they do is misinterpret it, give their own so-called explanations. I remember once my daughter was in UW, University of Washington, and she organized a group of students, and they would meet once a week, and they would have a roundtable discussion. They would read one verse from the Bhagavad Gita, and then they go around and they would say, what do you think this means? And then what do you think this means? And what do you think this means? And when she told me that, I told her, look, that's all speculation. They don't know what they're talking about. Everyone's going to give their own opinion. We don't need people's opinions. What we need is to hear what Krishna says. So in other words, they were reading the verse, but not actually reading the explanation of the verse or the purport. They would go around and say, what do you think this means? So that type of approach of understanding Bhagavad Gita will never work. Unless we read the purports of Srila Prabhupada, we won't really understand the real meaning of the verses. And there are people that only read the verses and don't read the purports. And that's a big mistake. without reading the purports, you'll never really understand what's being said by Krishna. So, unless we have the association of bona fide devotees who not only read the verses but also read the explanation of the verses, we'll be in the darkness of ignorance, even though we're reading Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is the quintessential book of Vedic knowledge. It's the oldest book in the history of the world. It was first spoken 140 million years ago by Krishna to Vivaswan, or Surya. And then the last time it was spoken was 5,000 years ago to Arjuna by Krishna. So we see this is the oldest book in the history of the world. There's no other book that comes close to the Bhagavad Gita. The Quran was spoken 1,500 years ago, and the Bible was spoken 2,000 years ago, and the Buddhist scriptures were 2,500 years ago. But Srimad Bhagavatam is transcendental. It was spoken in the beginning of the history of the world. Brahma meditated 311 trillion years, and then he saw Krishna for the first time, and he heard the transcendental knowledge from Krishna at that time. So today, none of us can even live 60 years or 70 years. So none of us are going to, like Brahma, meditate 311 trillion years. However, because this age is so difficult, Krishna has made it very easy for everyone to become Krishna conscious. All you have to do is two things. Chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And eat prasadam. Mahaprasadam ki jai. You only have to do those two things, and you go back to Godhead, you see. This is Lord Chaitanya's mercy. He has made it very easy. And some people say, well, it's too difficult, I can't do it. No, it's very easy, and it's fun, and it's full of nectar. When you chant every day, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Now to do that, you have to go to sleep early, so you can wake up early. So you should go to sleep before 10 o'clock and wake up around 3 o'clock, and that's the best time to make spiritual advancement. It's called Brahma Muhurta. It's the most auspicious time. If you're trying to chant your rounds around 6, 7 o'clock, that's when all the demons come out. 6, 7 o'clock at night. So the best time is that Brahma Muhurta time, like 3 o'clock in the morning till maybe 7 o'clock. So if we simply chant Hare Krishna and eat prasadam, we'll be liberated in this lifetime by the mercy of the Lord. And of course, if we hear lectures given by bona fide devotees, then we'll really understand what the Bhagavad Gita is saying. There are some devotees I've met, they only read the verses of the Bhagavad Gita. They don't even read the purports. They think that's the way to get educated. But unless you read the purport, you will never understand what Krishna is talking about. And also, unless you hear the Bhagavad Gita spoken by a genuine devotee, and you have a chance to ask questions, then you will understand what the Krishna consciousness is all about. And then if you go on Sankirtan and chant Hare Krishna and try and preach to people and give them prasadam and give them a book, then they will challenge you. And the more you do that and the more challenges you have, so when you're challenged and you don't know the answer, you say, I don't know the answer. Don't make something up. You'll come back to the temple and then you can ask a more advanced devotee, I was asked this question and I didn't know how to answer it. This is the way to get educated in Krishna consciousness. you're always going to be challenged when you go in Sankirtan. And people ask you questions that you can't really answer. And that's okay. That's part of the process of learning. Then you come back to the temple and ask a senior devotee, I was challenged with this question. I wasn't able to answer it. Can you help me? So these are the ways to make genuine spiritual advancement. Just sitting at home and reading Bhagavad Gita, you'll understand something but not much. But by going on Sankirtan, you'll be challenged by people. Then you can ask questions or ask senior devotees, what is the answer to this question that I was not able to answer myself? That's when you actually learn Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay, so we have our 3 exalted devotees. I was fortunate enough to have a lot of association with Tamal Krishna Maharaj. I could say that he's my Vartma Pradakshika Guru. He first, I first joined in London, but I didn't really join. I just associated with devotees. When I first got to London, I had my instrument with me that I play. It's like a veena. And when they saw that, they told me, oh, you have to come with us. So we went to Apple Records, and I met George Harrison, and there was, Tamal Krishna Maharaj, and there was all these advanced devotees. And they saw, because I could play this instrument very well, I, chanted and played my instrument. Whenever you hear la 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 la, so that was me playing my instrument. And it was very interesting. The first day I come to the temple, they take me to Apple Records, and I meet George Harrison. Then I knew for sure this is Krishna consciousness. This is a miracle, and I'm telling you this the truth. The first day I came to the temple, because they saw I had my instrument with me and I could play, they were on their way to Apple Records to record, with the George Harrison. They took me with them. And I met George Harrison. Then I was convinced that Krishna consciousness is what I want to do the rest of my life. Because that was right at the pinnacle of the fame of George Harrison and the Beatles. And here I come out of nowhere, and now I'm talking to George Harrison. He's sitting next to me. We had lunch together, and he asked me, can you play this on your instrument? And then he showed me something to play, and I played it and said, okay, very good. Now I'm going to record it, and when I tell you to start, you start playing. So here I was sitting next to him and playing my instrument, and he recorded that, and I saw how he put everything together. He was like an artist painting on a canvas. But instead of painting in canvas, he was creating the music and the words and everything, and it was just miracle. I went back with the devotees for 1 week to make the record. Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami. And it was just a miracle that I saw. He was actually a musical genius. And it was just a wonderful experience. And then I was convinced that I should join Krishna consciousness, because there was no other way that I could meet George Harrison and make a record with him. And this is the miracle of Krishna consciousness, especially in those days. So every moment is a miracle in Krishna consciousness if you have an open mind and you actually chant Hare Krishna every day. And to do that properly, you have to take rest early and wake up early. Then you'll be able to do everything. Chant Hare Krishna, go to work, spend time with your kids, everything, because you are energized in the Brahma Muhurta period for spiritual advancement. And that's what we should all be seeking. You know, waking up late destroys your ability to be enthusiastic. But going to sleep early and waking up early, you become very enthusiastic, and you're able to chant your rounds, and you're able to read something, you're able to come to the temple, to Mangala Arati, etc. Okay, so my relationship with Tamal Krishna Maharaj goes back a very long way. I was fortunate enough to have a lot of pastimes with him. And when I first met him, I didn't like him at all because he was too strict. He was very, very strict. And I realized that here's a person I can't cheat because he's so smart and he's so, let's say, picayune, you know. He's a perfectionist, and he was a perfectionist. So the first time I met him, he gave me a broom. He said, "You go downstairs in the basement and you sweep it." And this was like 3 o'clock in the morning. He woke me up and told me, and handed me the broom and said, "You go downstairs and sweep." And I was thinking to myself, I can't understand who this person is. I mean, he's too strict, you know. So I went down and I swept and I came up. Then he gave me something else to do. And finally, it was time for me to take a shower and so forth. And from that moment on, I realized that here is a genuine devotee of Srila Prabhupada who understands how to train people to be Krishna conscious. And he was an amazing trainer. And he made many, many devotees, and he trained them to be genuine devotees of Srila Prabhupada. That's why he had so much love for Prabhupada that he made many, many devotees. Then I had a lot of association with him. When we started the first Harinam Sankirtan in Paris, I was, because I was a musician and also a drummer, so he gave me the mridanga and he said, "Okay, you play this. Can you play this?" I said, "Yeah, I can play it." He said, "Okay, so you play it, and then we'll sing Hare Krishna." And that was the first time we had Sankirtan in Paris. And then we went through the whole city, and people were looking at us like we were crazy. But they were liking it also. French people like to dance. They like to dance in the streets, let's put it like that. So we would go at night. We'd go on Sankirtan 3 times a day. We would do it in the morning after the morning program. We'd go from like 10:30 till 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. We'd come back, have prasadam, and we might take a little bit of rest, and then we'd go out around 3 o'clock, and then we'd come back again, have some prasadam, have a class, and then we'd go out again. And we wouldn't come back till around 10, 11 o'clock at night. So we would go out 3 times a day. And at night, we would go to this one place, which is a very famous place in Paris called Montparnasse. And it was a great place to have Sankirtan because there were a lot of cafes and outdoor cafes, and there would be a lot of people there. But unfortunately, there was a fire eater there. So we would get there earlier, and we'd be chanting Hare Krishna, and then we would hear this horrible shout that said, "J'arrive," which means in French, "I'm arriving." That meant that we'd have to leave. And he'd come, and if we didn't leave, then the fire eaters are, they put some gasoline in their mouth. They don't drink it. and then they spit it out and set it on fire, and it's a huge fire that comes out of their mouth. I don't know if you've ever seen that. Yeah. So he would come, and then if we didn't leave, then he would, menace us by putting the fire near us. So we would have to leave, and he would take over. So one day he didn't come. So we were all surprised. We were waiting for him to come and hear his horrible scream. And then I saw his assistant. He was watching us. So I went up to him and said, "Where is he?" He said, "Oh, you don't know?" I said, "No, I don't know. Where is he?" He said, "Well, see, the way you do that is you put the gasoline in your mouth, and then you spit it out. And then as you spit it out, you set it on fire." He said, "Oh, he's dead." He instead of spitting out, he swallowed, and he got burned, and he died. So all of us were really happy because he was such a nuisance, this guy. But then we were not harassed by him anymore. So that was what things were like at that time. They were like mysteriously wonderful. Krishna knew how to get rid of this demon. He was a demon. He was a fire-eating demon, right? And then we would do Sankirtan till sometimes even till 11 o'clock at night. And we would go back and we'd have a little bit of milk, hot milk with banana. And that was the tastiest milk and banana I've ever had in my life. And then we would go to sleep and then start all over again the next day. So Tamal Krishna Maharaj was a great trainer of devotees. He trained many devotees to become Krishna conscious. He was so good that nothing we were not able to hide anything from him. Like after about a week of being in Krishna consciousness, I decided I was going to leave. But he kept his eye on me so much that every time I tried to leave, he knew it and he would stop me. and I would feel embarrassed, so I wouldn't leave. Eventually I did leave, and then I went back to Paris. I was in London, and I went back to Paris. And the next day, after I got back to Paris, he called me up and he said, "I'm in Paris, I need your help." I said, "How did you get here?" He said, "We're going to start Sankirtan and I need your help." I said, "Okay." So that's when we started the first Sankirtan in Paris. So, and then he trained me for about a week. And then Prabhupada connected with him and told him to come immediately to Los Angeles. So I remember that day. He had only been with us for about 1 week. And then he called me over to him and he said, "Look, I have to leave. You're president of the temple." I said, "What? I just joined the movement. How can I be president of the temple?" He said, "No, you're president of the temple. I have to go. I have to see Prabhupada in Los Angeles." I said, "What's it all about?" He says, "No, I can't tell you. It's too heavy. You would not understand anyway." And he left. And there we were. There were 6 of us. And we continued doing Sankirtan. And eventually, Paris became a very, very big, success. A lot of people joined. But Tamal Krishna Maharaj was definitely a charismatic person, that he knew how to engage people in Krishna consciousness. He never, let's say, missed a point. He was always hit the nail on the head, everything he said, everything he did. And he was very regulated. And I remember when I first saw him, he was married. He was married to a very nice lady, devotee. And then 1 week after that, he called me over. He said, "Don't ever get married." I said, "Why not?" He said, "I can't tell you, but just don't ever get married." And so he was like a father. And when he was going to leave, after about a week, we were all like his sons, and we were confused because we didn't know. I mean, how come he just began to teach us, and now he's going to leave. But he told me, you're going to be the president, and you just do what you're doing. Just go out on Sankirtan every day, as much as you can, and read Prabhupada's books, and everything will be all right. And that's what we did. And eventually, the Paris Yatra became a very big yatra with many, many devotees. And it was a real, let's say, miracle. Because, all the French people were very skeptical and criticized Krishna consciousness. One man would come regularly to see me, and he'd say, you're never going to make any devotees in France. No one is going to join your movement. So fast forward a couple months, Prabhupada came to Paris, and there was about 50 devotees at that time already. And this man, I was inside, but I saw him peeking through the window, looking. And I went outside, and I said, oh, so you want to come inside? He said, no, I don't want to come inside. I said, you said we weren't going to make any devotees. Look at all the devotees we've made. He said, I'm very, very upset that you've done this. I said, well, you can come in also. He said, no, I'm not going to become one of your devotees, And he went away, never came back again. So you see the potency of Tamal Krishna Maharaj and Prabhupada was such that even though we didn't know what we were doing, we were just new devotees, simply by chanting Hare Krishna every day, going on Sankirtan every day, and also distributing a little bit of prasadam. We didn't have hardly any money. In fact, what happened was after a certain period of time, we were evicted from the small little apartment that we had. So they put a magistrate's lock on the door of the little temple we had. So, of course, we broke the lock, and and they cut off the water, they cut off the electricity, everything. But we still, were there. Now there was no water, no electricity. So across the street from our little temple, which was just like a 2-room, apartment, there was one Arab woman, and she was a very nice lady. I used to say hello to her in the morning. She had 12 children, and she had a 1-room apartment, and so when she heard that we didn't have the landlord cut off the electricity and the water and everything, so she said, you come in my house, you can cook in my house. So she invited us. Now, she was not rich at all. She was a very, very poor lady. She had 12 children. She didn't have a proper bathroom, so she just had a steel bucket, and the kids would step in it, and then she would just pour water on them. They would be screaming. One by one, they would come, and that was their shower in the morning. And then we would go there. We had a camper of, what do you call that, like a fire, and we would cook prasadam. She would cook on the same type of utensil, and she'd be cooking meat, we'd be cooking prasadam. And then every once in a while she'd stop and say, okay, Krishna, now you sing your song. So then we'd chant Hare Krishna, and then she'd wrap a towel around her waist and start dancing like an Arab. She was an Arab, she would do an Arab dance while we were chanting Hare Krishna. So one time Brahmananda Prabhu came, and he came because we didn't have electricity in our apartment. So he had to come over to where the lady, the Arab lady was, and he put his I think it was his. He had a not a radio, but he had some type of machine that he put it next to him, and he was trying to cook something. And when he looked like this, it wasn't there anymore. In other words, one of the kids had stolen it, you know. And he said, "Well, I guess that's what Krishna wants, you know." So, the Janmashtami came, and Brahmananda was with us, and Brahmananda's a very fatty person, so we cooked a prasadam. We waited till 12 o'clock at night, and we respected Brahmananda because he was senior devotee for us, and we put everything we made in front of him. And then 12 o'clock, he started eating. And out of respect, we were just standing there watching him. He ate everything. Everything was eaten. He didn't leave one morsel. So these are the type of things that were happening early in the movement. But it was actually nectar in many ways. And one time, he was a very good preacher, so we were organizing places where he could preach. And he said, well, when I first came to Paris, there was a sign, go to, he said, when I first was coming to Paris, there was a sign in the airport in the United States which said, go to Paris and be happy. He said, when I got to Paris, there was a sign in the airport which said, go to America and be happy. So he was actually a very funny person, and he was able to, let's say, he went over land from the United States to Paris, and then overland to India, and it was like a big adventure for him, you know. So anyway, Tamal Krishna Maharaj, he trained us, although it was very quickly done, and we continued doing it, and we became famous. I don't know if you've seen the video of myself and our first group of devotees who were chanting Hare Krishna. We were often asked to chant in movies because they would see us every day. You know, we became part of Paris. And I don't know if have any of you seen it? Yeah. So and we didn't care. We would just go out every day and chant for like 16 hours a day. We did not even come back to the temple for prasadam. The devotees would bring prasadam, and we'd sit in the subway on their stools there, or and we would eat right in the right where the subways would come. And every time the subway would come, the people would be looking at us. They'd sort of like, rub their eyes to see if it was what they thought they saw. Because we were like, 10 devotees eating prasadam on the benches of the subway, and they just couldn't believe it, what we were doing. And we would wave to everyone, and they would sort of wave back and smile. So that was what we were doing. We were doing 3 times a day Harinam Sankirtan, the morning, the afternoon, and the evening. In other words, about 16 hours a day. And because of that, we became famous. And one day we were chanting in this, Tamal Krishna Maharaj, he taught us, go down every street in Paris. So there are like 16 parts of Paris. So we would go in every one of those parts and chant, whether there are people there or not. So one day We were in the 15th arrondissement or district of Paris. There were nobody was on the streets. And there was a man in a telephone booth. There were no cell phones or anything like that at that time. And as we went past him, he came out of the booth and handed me the telephone. And he said, "Someone wants to talk to you." I said, "What?" He said, "This is like a public telephone outside, right?" And I said, "Well, who is it? I don't know. I don't know who that." He said, "No, but they know you." I said, "Really?" So I got the telephone, and it was a French lady, and she started speaking real fast. She said, "Tous les jours, vous venez ici et vous chantez votre chant, et je suis là." Like she started speaking real fast French, and I tried to apologize to her, and she said, "No, no, 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 no. Je veux que vous venez à mon appartement et vous chantez pour moi." In other words, she said, "I want you to come up to my apartment and chant in my apartment and bless it." I mean, we didn't know who she was, So she said, "I know you because every week you come by my apartment building and you chant. So I want you to come to my penthouse." She had a penthouse apartment and chant. So we went up there, and she was a very, let's say, wealthy lady. She had a penthouse apartment on top of the building, and we chanted for her. And then she began to do favors for us and open up a lot of connections with famous people and so forth. And she was a very nice lady. But the reason she did that is because we were out there every day and we were chanting out loud. And eventually it affected her. She saw how serious we were about and how timely we were. Because Tamal Krishna Maharaj taught us that you have to go. He got a map of Paris, and he drew, a line over the different parts of Paris we had to go to and what times we had to be there. That's how meticulous he was. He was a genius. He was a very, very intelligent person. So in this way, the movement advanced, and we were picking up people all the time from the street, and they would come back. We'd come back to our little temple, and we'd shave their head, and they'd become devotees. And all we did was just chant. We didn't do anything else. We'd chant, and we'd have a little class and a little bit of prasadam. We didn't have much money at all. In fact, at one time, we got a message from the United States saying, Prabhupada said that we should not beg because we didn't have any books. So Tamal Krishna Maharaj got these little boxes, with a little handle, and we would put some change in there, and then as people came by, we'd go like this with the box, and they would hear the change, and we'd say, "Okay, we want to give us something," So then we get this message from the United States that we shouldn't beg. So when we got that message, we were confused. We were thinking, how are we going to live? In other words, we shouldn't go with our little box or nothing. We should give whatever we had free. Like if you had books, we were supposed to give them free to the public. And if they wanted to give a donation, they'd give. If they didn't want to give a donation, they wouldn't give. So, we were naive, so we thought, okay, well, that's what we have to do. So we started going out and just giving everything free. Of course, we didn't have any money ourselves. And I was always thinking, how are we going to eat? And, the problem of, paying rent was solved. We were thrown out of the apartment that we had, and they put a magistrate's lock on the door. We just broke the lock and kept living there. So we didn't have to worry about paying rent anymore. But somehow or other, we were able to maintain the movement. And eventually, it started to grow very dramatically. And then there were many, many devotees. And all of a sudden, we were able to, have nice temple and everything. But in the beginning, it was very tough. But we didn't give up. And because we didn't give up, Krishna helped us. Okay, so that's a little, let's say, vignette. That's a little way to see all the challenges we had in the beginning of the movement in Paris. Okay, so what happened was we were trained by Tamal Krishna Maharaj. He was a trainer, and he made many devotees all over in the United States and in Europe, devotees. So we have a great debt of appreciation for what he did for us. Hare Krishna. Okay, so I'll stop right there. Are there any questions? Haribol. Kiwa. Yeah.
Hare Krishna. We'll do the Arati now, Guru Arati, and then we'll do the Pushpanjali.
थोड़ा टाइट करो हिल रहा है ना
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. The way we do it in India, in all the Vyasa Pujas, we do the Pushpanjali first. We do the Pushpanjali first. I don't know if you want to do it like that, but you can continue, but it would be best. What is the best? We do Pushpanjali. Because after the Artik, everything should be finished. That's when you blow the conch shell, it's like Artik, every finished. So similarly, it's like this. Yeah, do the Pushpanjali first. Go ahead. Because Artik, when you blow the conch shell, that means that's it. It's finished. No, this is Mayapur, Vrindavan, Delhi, everywhere. Yeah? So, or you can do it while the Artik is going on. But then, you can do it what's going on. You sure you're not going to make the, like the pranam mantra for each guru? No? So you do it now. Yeah, no. You do the Pushpanjali first. The Pushpanjali. Where is Amarendra Prabhu?
He's there.
So the pranam mantra of each guru. The pranam mantra of each guru should be recited first.
I'll hold for you.
Okay. So distribute the flowers. Amarendra Prabhu, someone should do it. His disciple. His disciple. The disciple of Maharaj. Something which is you're doing, this is the best way to do it. This is the way how it's being done. That doesn't mean you're doing it for a long time. You should continue doing it. Yeah. Amarendra Prabhu, you chant the pranam mantra for Maharaj.
And the name. Okay. Okay.
We generally do the entire thing up to this.
Okay.
And then in the end,
And then, okay.
yeah, that's how we do.
Okay. Hare Krishna. So we will be chanting all the prayers of the Hare Krishna. So I request all the boys here, we can quieten down a bit. We are chanting the Pushpanjali prayers. So we will chant all the prayers from the beginning up to the end, up to Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And then we will chant the Pranam Mantra for all the wonderful spiritual masters. And then together we will offer Pushpanjali 3 times at the end. After chanting Pranam Mantra for all of them once together, then Pushpanjali at the end. Okay. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitanscha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Tinamine Shri Varshabhanavi Devi Dayitaya Kripabdhaye Krishna Sambandha Vijnana Dayine Prabhave Namaha Madhuryojjvala Premadhya Shri Rupanuga Bhaktida Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namostute Namaste Gauravani Shri Murtaye Dinatarine Rupanuga Viruddhap Siddhanta Dvanta Harine Namo Gaura Kishoraya Sakshad Vairagya Murtaye Vipralambhara Sambodhe
पादाम्बुजाय ते नमः। नमो भक्तिविनोदाय सच्चिदानन्दनामिने गौरशक्तिस्वरूपाय रूपानुगवराय ते गौराविर्भावभूमेस्त्वं निर्देष्टा सज्जनप्रियः वैष्णवः सार्वभौमश्री जगन्नाथाय ते नमः। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। पञ्चतत्त्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकं। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। जयतां सूरतो पंघोर मम मंदमतेर्गति मत्सर्वस्वपदाम्भोजो राधा मदन मोहनो दिव्यद्वृन्दारण्यकल्पद्रुमादः श्रीमद्रत्नागारसिंहासनस्थो श्रीमद्राधा श्रीलगोविन्ददेवो प्रेष्ठालीभिः सेव्यमानौ स्मरामि। श्रीमन्द्रासरसारम्भी वंशीवटतटस्थितः कर्षणवेणुर्स्वनैर्गोपीर् गोपीनाथ श्रियेस्तु नः। तप्तकाञ्चन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। So now we will chant the pranam mantra for all three gurus and then offer pushpanjali 3 times at the end. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimate Tamal Krishna Goswami iti namine. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimate Lokanath Swami niti namine. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale श्रीमते राधा गोविंद गोस्वामी इति नामिने नमस्ते गुरुदेवाय गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी ग्राम्य जननिस्तारिणे एषा पुष्पांजलि एषा पुष्पांजलि एषा पुष्पांजलि अखंड गुरु तत्व की श्रील प्रभुपाद की गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बो हरि हरि बो. Now devotees, you can kindly go and offer Pushpanjali again. Esha Pushpanjali, Esha Pushpanjali, Esha Pushpanjali. Jaya Vaishnava Thakur, Jaya Vaishnava Thakur, Vaishnava Thakur, Jaya Vaishnava Thakur. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna. So please offer your flowers as soon as you can. Matajis are waiting also. You offer your obeisances at the back. This is the proper way to do it. I know it's okay, but it's okay. Samsaradava should be chanted 3 times a day. Samsaradava nalalida loka Pranaya karuna gana ganatva Samsaradava nalalida loka Tanaya karuna gana ganatva Praptasya kalyana gunana vasya Vande Guru Si Charanaravinda Praptasya kalyana gunana vasya Vande Guru Si Charanaravinda Mahaprabhu Kirtanani Chagita Paditramajan Manashorasena You should start the arctic now. No, it's okay? You can start? Mahaprabhu Kirtanani Chagita Paditramaja Manasorasena Romancha Kampa Sutaranga Bacho Vande Gura Sitaranara Pinda Romancha Kampa Sutaranga Bacho Vande Gura Sitaranara Pinda Vivigraharadana Nityanana Lingaradan Mantiramadanato Vivigraharadana Nityanana Lingaradan Tiramadanajo Yuktaksha Bhaktam Shanyunjatapi Vande Gura Sitaranara Pinda Yuktaksha Bhaktam Shaniyundatapi Vande Gura Sitaranara Pinda Chaturvidhasi Bhagavat Prasado Sadhana Tripta Narivakta Sangha Chaturvidhasi Bhagavat Prasado Sadhana Tripta Narivakta Sangha Kritvaiva Triptim Bhajata Sadaiva Vande Gura Sitaranara Vinda Kritvaiva Triptim Bhajata Sadaiva Vande Gura Sitaranara Vinda Siradhika Madhavayara Para Madhurya Leela Gunarupanamna Siradhika Madhavayara Para Madhurya Leela Gunarupanamna Pratikshana Svatana Lolopasya Vande Gura Sitaranara Pinda Pratikshana Svatana Lolopasya Vande Gura Sitaranara Pinda Nikunda Yunarati Kelisidyai Yaya Libheyo Terapekshaniya Nikunda Yunarati Kelisidyai Yaya libheyo pirapekchaniya. Tatrati dakshat ati vallabhasya Vande gurase taranaravinda. Tatrati dakshat ati vallabhasya Vande gurase taranaravinda. Daksadarite samasa sastrahe Uktastatava vyataye vasati. Daksadarite samasa sastrahe Ukta satava vyataye vasati. Kintu praborya priya evatasya Vande gurasi taranaravinda. Yasya prasadat bhagavat prasado Yasya prasadat nagat ikutopi. Yasya prasadat bhagavat prasado Yasya prasadat nagati kutopi. Dayam subham tasaya sakshi sangam Vande gurase taranaravinda. Dayam subham tasyaya sakshi sanyam Vande gurase taranaravinda. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Itanamine. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesa Shunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasati Gaur Bhakta-vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo! Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Nitai go Haribo, 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 go Haribo. Nitai go Haribo, 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 go Haribo. Let I go Haribo, 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 go Haribo. Srila Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj ke, Srila Lokanath Swami Maharaj ke, Srila Radha Govinda Goswami Maharaj ke, Srila Prabhupada ke, Daigo Shitana Premanande.
Jaram Vishnupad Paramahansa Paravajikachas Tatara Satarashi Shishimad, His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Goswami Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vinda Ki Jai, Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai, Prem Sikaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktivinda Ki Jai, Shri Radha Krishna Gopinath Sham Kunda Radha Kunda, Kiri Govardhan Ki Jai, Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai, Mayapura Dham Ki Jai, Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jai, Tulasi Devi Ki Jai, Bhakti Devi Ki Jai, Ganga Maya Ki Jai, Jamuna Maya Ki Jai, Samaveda Bhaktivinda Ki Jai, Nitai Gaura Premanandi. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Guru and Shri Guranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, Patita Pavana Ki Jai. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Paskatya Disatarine Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Vaishnavacharyas Ki Jai. Haribol. So thank you very much for celebrating such exalted devotees. Always remember that by following the regulative principles, no meat eating, no gambling, no illicit sex, no intoxication, and always chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, eating only prasadam, and regularly hearing lectures given by bona fide devotees, and coming on Sankirtan. This is the Harinam Sankirtan movement. That's what it's all about. If you don't go on Sankirtan, then you'll never really understand Krishna consciousness. But if you come out on Sankirtan regularly, then you'll not only understand Krishna consciousness, but you'll be challenged by people. They'll ask you questions, and if you can't answer them, that's okay. You come back to the temple and ask us more experienced devotee, and they'll tell you what the answer is. And that way you learn the philosophy. You learn the philosophy more by going on Sankirtan than by reading. You can read something, maybe you remember it, maybe you don't. You go on Sankirtan, and someone asks you a question that you can't answer, then you come back to the temple and ask a devotee, what is the answer to this question? Then you're going to really learn the philosophy of Krishna consciousness. So please, come out on Harinam Sankirtan, chant Hare Krishna, and be happy. Haribol, 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 Haribol.
Hare Krishna. Today is the marriage anniversary of Gaurang Chandra Prabhu and Anuradha Sakhi Mataji. Hari Bol. So they have sponsored the feast as well. So let's give our blessing by chanting 3 loud Hari Bol. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Now the best part, the prasadam. Prasadam is going down. Somebody please take the charge of distributing to everyone, not to the last person. There are many people now. So please take it downstairs and distribute the prasadam. And we need help. You see all the flowers on the floor? Please start picking up the flowers on the carpet, because that is difficult to pick up. So wherever you stand, make sure that there are no flowers on the carpet or on the floor. And somebody can actually get a broom and can start cleaning up. Hare Krishna. And tomorrow's program, just give me a second, Hari Bol. Tomorrow morning, His Holiness Bhakti Anugrah Janardhan Maharaj is giving a Bhagavatam class at 6:30 a.m. And in the evening, after our Gaura Arati, 7:30 p.m. So Maharaj is going to give 2 classes. One is tomorrow morning, Bhagavatam class, and tomorrow evening. And during the day, we have planned Nagar Sankirtan in Seattle Library, starting from Seattle Library. So assemble here at 12:30 p.m. In the afternoon, 12:30 p.m., we will assemble here and we go for the Nagar Sankirtan. Hare Krishna.
Huh?
It's the best thing I've ever seen. Yes. I wish you could do this every day.
come and do later. He's not coming. Oh, it's coming for you only. Take it. Okay, okay, okay. Yes, very good. Okay, put Maharaj in this. Take the whole thing, put it and bring back the dog. How many balloons? Hey, give it back. Give it back. Hey, how many balloons?
किसी को ब्राइट कर दिया हाँ उसका फोटो में वहाँ रख दिया जल्दी कलर सीख ले तो प्रॉब्लम यही है ये चाहिए वाह खुद ही बोला जाके नजदीक जब हो गया थैंक यू फॉर बलून पांडा विजय वो बोल रहा है थैंक यू फॉर बलून
No, do this, do this. What is the thank you old people? Just do this our style. It is for Rajaraman wants it for tomorrow. It is cut putting.
चलो लेट्स गो ना
Come here.
वो बहुत ज्यादा हो जाएगा
Oh, no, no.
बस है और बच्चों को दो बाय
Papa, get some golden bed, va.
चलो और पीड़ला ओके आजा
Come here. Why you listen to them? Come here.
अरे बाप
Come
रे
here. Last time इसको बोल गया जो किसी से फाइटिंग कर रहा था पता है?
क्लब कर दिया
ऋचा माता जी का साथ डॉक्टर के सन के साथ और इतना फाइटिंग किया
पांडवी ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಇಡ್ತೀಯ ಬಲೂನ್ ಆಲ್ಟರ್ ರೂಮ್ ಹಿಂದ್ಗಡೆ
तो यहाँ तो Rajaraman को बिड़ती he wanted for that हाँ wait yeah take happy
हैप्पी बस बोलो थैंक यू अभी बस है
finally satisfied so I'll bring the box and put them in the box ये थोड़ा गीला हो गया देखो मुझे when you put what happened the vase behind fell off it's okay right keep it there in the red one